morning, and welcome to the Oasis Center for Spiritual Living, where we come together as one, providing spiritual tools for daily living. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Reverend Tucker. I'm the senior minister here at the Oasis, and I have this great team that God provides me that I always like to introduce. So let's go in order of how long I've known you. How's that? Let's do my partner in crime first. The wise and powerful Oz. He was my first baby practitioner and my board president for many, many years. Then he went off to Florida and we didn't get to see him for a while. But now that we have this great software, he's back with us. He will be doing our pray in, our pray out, and our 1 minute miracle at the end. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. Thank you for being here. We love you, Oz. And then there is Albertina Giuffre, who has been with us since like 2000, singing for us. And we just miss your lovely voice. She's not with us all the time anymore. She had some other things she had to take care of. So we are inviting her as often as we possibly can. So thank you so much for being here.
Look out for me at the holidays.
I know, right? Thank you, Tina, for being here. We love you. And then there is my faithful assistant who has been with me since the day she was born. When were you born? What year were you born in?
2004.
2004. So I did it in order. I'm pretty proud of myself that I remembered what I needed to remember. Excuse me. But anyway, she's been my official assistant. I used to, when she was a baby, I would put her up on the podium and she would do announcements with me. And then she became an usher and would hand out affirmation cards, her and her sister. And she was my first baby, my first baptism. And our parents met and married in my congregation. So, wow, and she's grown up like 6 blocks away from me and been at my house an awful lot during her life. So she's been with me a lot. So she knows who I am. She knows everything about me pretty much. And she's been my official assistant for the last 5 years and is about to graduate high school in a week and a half. Yeah. It's exciting. Makes me feel a little old, but it's okay.
You feel old.
And yeah. And she's going to be doing some singing, but she's also the one behind the scenes that answers you when you say hi, hello, good morning. And then I look later to see if there's something I need to add, but usually not. She's pretty good at knowing me better than I know myself sometimes. We used to joke about us having a whole brain between the two of us when she worked on my other business. All right. Because combined we were awesome, but individually we couldn't think our way out of a paper bag. It was really interesting. So we love you. Thank you for being here. All righty. And so we're going to be doing the announcements first because we're going to be doing a wonderful Mother's Day healing service today. And so I want to get all of the announcements out of the way so we can just focus on that healing. Say hi, hello, good morning, however you would like to let us know you're here. When we're in a facility, I can look out and see who's here. And this software doesn't allow me to do that. So I really appreciate knowing who's here. So again, say hi, hello, good morning, however you want to greet us. And I already introduced everybody. Let me introduce my adjunct music team as well. Karen Drucker and Reverend Ferry Elaine Silver have provided us, they don't perform with us, but they have provided us with karaoke files so that we can sing their songs, which I really appreciate because Facebook blocks us anytime we use anything from like YouTube or anything. So without them, we really couldn't do this. We really appreciate them. And if you'd like to do a watch party, it's a great way for your friends to know the kind of service that we provide. So click on that watch party button and invite all your friends. You can talk amongst yourselves and you can't bother anybody. And it's a great way for them to get their questions answered as well. So I'm going to invite you now to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Allow the service to uplift and inspire you as we move into our centering song.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
The presence of God, always present, for God is infinite, eternal, and all that is. We are encompassed in this one great being, and it lives and breathes and moves us through our lives, and it encompasses all that we encounter. One great being we call God. And I know that the blessings that flow from this come through our lives in all that we see and all that we do. And I accept the best manifestation for myself and for each of you, here and now and in the future, for God is there too. God is all there is and everywhere. And I'm grateful for its presence in my life, in your life, and in all life. And I know its blessings flow, and I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Oz. Oh, goodness. This next song is one of Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver's that she wrote when she was, I think, in practitioner training. And it is the basis of our philosophy that we are all one. So if you know this song, sing it loud and sing it proud, because you can't bother anybody, right? And if you don't know it, it's a great way to remind yourself how connected to everything you are.
We are all one. We are all one. We are all one in it. I hear it and know it, my being. Spirit is all I am seeing. For God is all there is. Grateful am I to be living, open to what I have seen, honoring what I've been given, sharing now what I believe. I remember the oneness around me. I surrender to infinite light, knowing the love that's surrounding me is within me by day and night. And we are all one. We are all one. We are all one in it. Yes, we are all one. We are all one. We are all one in it.
Yes, we are all one. So right now is our opportunity to receive your gifts, tithes, and offerings. And this is your opportunity to give thanks for that which you have already seen in physical form, and for that which you have created what Abraham Hicks calls in the vortex, meaning it's already created in God, but has not necessarily seen the light of day in physical reality. But you still want to give thanks for it, as I talked about the other day. You want to give thanks for it because that is that magnetic energy that attracts more to you of that good. So we give thanks for all of that. Also, so I'm going to invite you in just a moment to go to www.oasiscsl.org. And about 2/3 down the page is our offering affirmation. I'm going to invite you to say that with us here in just a moment. And it doesn't matter whether you're viewing this in real time or later on, you can still say it with us. But and then underneath that is the Contribute Now button. So let me talk to you a little bit about what you're contributing to. It's not about facility rent. It's not about utilities. It's not about salaries. It is absolutely about us having the means to be able to reach the global community and uplift and inspire people from all over the world, right? Yeah, unfortunately, marketing takes money, so we need that. But I also want to just point out that when you're contributing to that, what you're contributing to is you're contributing to the message of God uplifting and inspiring each person in those other countries. We already have people in Holland and Germany and the UK that watch us. So, so you're really you're helping them to get inspired and join us. So, all right, please go right now to www.oasiscsl.org. Again, doesn't matter whether you're watching it in real time or you're watching it later on, you can still participate in this. So please say this offering affirmation with me. This perfect gift is spirit and form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyously I receive. And so it is. All right, click on that Contribute Now button real quick and participate in the message getting to the world. So I want to take one little minute. I see that Cindy joined us. I thank you so much for that card, Cindy. That was so nice. She sent me a condolence card basically for my friend Marlene's death and for Duchess being moved to Washington. So thank you, Cindy. That was very kind. You've always been such a wonderful friend. So thank you. All right. And if you're here, please say hi, hello, good morning. Let us know you're here. Even after the fact, you can let us know that you stopped by. We would really appreciate knowing that. Also, if you like something that you hear, whether that is something I say or something Faith or Tina sings or something that Oz prays, if you like something, hit that like button, that little thumbs up button. And if you love it, we love to get love. So send us some hearts. And if it's really powerful, if we're really on target for you, please let us know by doing the wow button, because then I know that we're on target. I know that we are doing what we need to be doing to uplift and inspire you. So if something strikes you as powerful, do the wow button. All right. Without further ado, we are going to have, let's see here. For those of you who might just be tuning in, we do things a little bit differently on Mother's Day because I like to do this Mother's Day honoring. And so we're going to do the announcements real quick, and then we're going to move on to the ceremony, the service. All right. So I want to let you know that we have this wonderful team of licensed practitioners who will pray every day on your requests, if you have them. So if you would please type in the comments section any prayer requests you might have this week. Our licensed practitioners will pray on those. Also, during the service, we're going to give you an opportunity to put your mother's name into the room, and our practitioners are going to be praying on those names, either you and your mom's relationship, or if your mom is still alive, we'll be praying for her, and if your mom is deceased, we'll be praying for you. And so we really love our ministry of prayer because it is the healing arm of the church. And so we have these wonderful licensed practitioners from coast to coast who serve in that capacity. And so if you would like prayer for something, you can either put it in the comments, or if you don't want it to be public, you can let Faith or I know, and we will make sure that it goes into our private facing Facebook group page for what we call our God Squad. because that's what we call our practitioners, is the God Squad. And so they're the only ones that can see these prayer requests. And if you would like to serve on our God Squad, you don't necessarily have to be a licensed practitioner. However, we do require that you keep it all confidential and that you pray every day on those requests for a week, and you do so in affirmative style rather than beseeching or asking. All right, so if you'd like to do that, you can type yes in the comment section and Faith will add you to our God Squad. And then if you would like to be part of our online community, meaning you get the information before anyone else gets it, because we post there first. It's a public-facing Facebook group page. Type more in the comment section and Faith will add you to that. And you will be among the first to get any news about what we're doing, or we like to post inspirational things from time to time. So you will love being part of that community. So all you need to do to join is type more in the comment section and Faith will add you to that public page. Okay, so Oz is available at the end of this for what we call our 1 minute miracle. It's not a time for counseling, but it is a time where you can share with him what challenge you are experiencing right here. And he will stop, drop, and pray with you right there in that moment. And so it's not a time for counseling. It is just a time to share with him what's going on. And so you reach out to him by video chat at the end of the service. If he doesn't answer right away, it probably means he's on with someone else. And so try back a little bit later. Also know that our licensed practitioners are available by appointment for a fee for spiritual guidance. And so what you want to do is you want to reach out to them and let them know that you would like an appointment with them, and they will arrange payment either by Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Wise. However, each practitioner does it their own way, so I don't know. But then you will pay for a session, and you'll make an appointment with them, and they will reach out to you by video chat at the time of your appointment. We have this. I just love our licensed practitioners. I got to say, they've spent at least 4 years in training just to get the license. And then all of our practitioners have been practitioners for a very long time. So you're getting the cream of the crop when you reach out to one of our practitioners. Okay, let's see. What else do I need to say? I know I need to announce the... Okay, yes. So I don't have it on there. First off, we want to do Brooks and Bailey. This is one of their mala beads. This one is in amethyst because I requested it, and it's, I think she said $80. But they have whatever gemstone you want, and some of them are as little as like $20 or $30. I don't remember all of the pricing. But mala beads are wonderful because they have 104 beads. So if you're working on affirmations, you can use the beads like they do in Buddhism, for when they do chants, or mantras, whatever. But you put one bead aside for each time you do the affirmation. So they're really great. And the little bracelets that are malas have 54. So you just do it twice. But they also have these wonderful bracelets that have like a circle and a bar that goes through it. And I've had mine like 2 years, and it's only dropped off my wrist one time. And for me, that's a lot, like a really good thing, because my bracelets always fall off of me unless they're those elastic ones. But I'm always losing bracelets. So all the proceeds go to Rocky Mountain Lab Rescue. You can reach them by contacting them at brooksandbailey0307@gmail.com. They also have a Facebook page, and they're at a lot of the craft shows. And whenever they announce that they're going to be at a craft show, I try to advertise it not only on my personal Facebook page, but also on the churches, because we like to support those that support us. So, all right, Faith.
And please check out the Mystic Brew. The website is up. themysticbrew.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We do intention jars, which are mixed with different herbs for whatever you are working on. There's also kits to build your own, as well as bath salts that help you focus on whatever intention you are working on manifesting.
Okay. Thank you. This is the intention jar she made me for prosperity, and I use it quite frequently when I'm working with prosperity. I like to turn it upside down and shake the herbs up inside, and it just kind of gives me something to visually point my attention at, but it helps me with my intentions. So, which brings me to someone else that we support who supports us, and that is Angel Renee. She has these intention candles and an intention tea bag that you set in your bath, and the aroma from those herbs really helps you to keep focused on your attention. She has an Etsy store. All the information is in the comment section. Faith has provided that for you. And then also Elaine Silver's website. She has provided us with all of her stuff, and unfortunately, her website can't be updated for some reason. She's traveling around the country all the time singing, and she carries her CDs in the trunk of her car. And so you go onto the website, check out all of the different CDs, figure out which ones you want, and then you need to email her. And she will give you some way to pay her, and then she will ship them. And she's very good at doing it right away. I've never had a problem getting product from her. So, but for some reason she can't update it on the website. So, and then we have, and that's Reverend Fairy Lane Silver. I'm sorry. And then we have Karen Drucker, who is has provided us with her entire collection of 20 CDs. We need to change that so Karen Drucker's up there. And her website works. You can buy it by the song. You can buy it by the CD. You can buy songbooks. Some of them even have American Sign Language in them. She's wonderful. Let's support her. She's really supported us through this entire process over the last couple of years. So thank you, Karen. But go to her website and buy something from her, okay? All right. And then last but not least is our website, www.oasiscsl.org. There you're going to find all kinds of photos of things that we have done, some videos from my ordination and from Lynn's ordination. You'll see some video sermons from the past year and a half to almost 2 years. Oh, it has been 2 years, hasn't it? As of like last week, I think. Oh, wow. Anyway, so... there's video sermons from the past 2 years, and there's audio sermons from years prior to that. We are also on YouTube and SoundCloud. There's video sermons on YouTube, and the audio sermons are on SoundCloud under S. Tucker. So if they're not on the website yet, go there and you'll be able to watch all of it and listen to all of it. So, all right. I think that does it. I believe. All right. So again, you know, Mother's Day is such an interesting time for me. I lost my mother 5 years ago. And then, you know, I was speaking of my ordination. I had Dr. Kathleen Vogt. We used to call her Mother, Reverend Mother. And she was kind of like a surrogate mother for me. And, you know, she died 4 years ago. Or 5 years ago. I think she died before Mom did. And then Reverend Dr. Marlene Morris just died like a month ago. And she took over where Kathleen left off. and she was the most loving, kind, unconditional love person you have ever met. And so I miss her in that respect, because she provided that mother energy to me, which was really special. And then looking at my ordination, you know, Reverend Dr. Marjorie Stamm, these are all my mentor ministers. Reverend Dr. Marjorie Stamm, who was the grandmother you always wanted, or I always wanted. Again, you know, that life affirming, just want to like squeeze her to death kind of energy. And she died like 3 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. And so I'm looking at my ordination photos, and who's standing up there but Dr. Kathleen, Dr. Marlene, and Dr. Marjorie. And so I have lost all of those people who were mother energy to me. And so when I talk about this healing service, what I'm talking about is perhaps, I don't know, your mother's still alive and everything's wonderful. Perhaps your mother's still alive and the relationship is rocky. Perhaps your mother has passed away, or perhaps you've lost, like I have, some mother surrogates that have passed away. Whatever that is today, we want to honor all of those people, including you if you're a mother. And when I say mother, it isn't always about a female body. Because like Steve Rollins, for example, has pretty much been mom and dad for most of the kid's life. And so, she had a mother and then she didn't, and then she had a stepmother and now she doesn't. And so all of that time in between, Steve has been mom and dad. So when we're talking about mothers, we're talking about who provides that nurturing energy, who provides that mom energy to you. And so we're going to celebrate all of those people today. And if you're one of those people who is a fur mommy, or is, you've, like I have, I don't know why I used to adopt all these kids. I didn't formally adopt them, but, I invited them to live with me. And I'm not doing that anymore. But I did that with several people. And so, I operated as what Raymond likes to call me, his, what was it, Faith? Do you remember? What am I?
God, I know it was Aunt for a while because you got mad that he called you mom.
Yeah, it was stand-in mom, but I can't think of what proxy mom. He used to call me proxy mom. Yeah, because I would stand in where his mom couldn't, because his mom died about 5 or 6 years ago. 3, 4, 5? I don't know. She died before my mom did, and my mom's been gone. October will be 5 years. So
she died when Sean died. So wow, it's been 5 or 6 years. Oof. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So anyway, he used to call me his proxy mom because I stood in for him at his high school graduation because she wasn't alive to do that for him. So if you're like me and you've done that for people, you are being celebrated today as well. And if you've ever had a fur baby, a feather baby, a reptile baby, a crawly baby, whatever, if you've ever had anyone that you cared for, you're a mom, because you give that nurturing energy to them. So today we're going to celebrate all of that. And very first, we want to honor all the mothers who are joining us today. Now that you've had that great explanation about who we're honoring, please put your name in the comment section so Faith can add you to the list. And she will be sending you a virtual purple rose. Do you need their email address for that, or are we doing that on Facebook Messenger? We're doing it on Facebook Messenger.
Just say, put something in the comments.
And she'll take care of it.
I'm mom. Yeah, say, I'm mom.
Okay. So if you have a fur baby, if you have a reptile baby, if you have a feather baby, or you ever have had one, and you're here with us today, if you have human children, any other kind of children, if you have ever taken care of someone else's child, I'd like you to put your name right here in the comments section so that we can honor you. Bernice, thank you. Yes. Missy. Oh, am I a mother figure to you? Aw. Faith says Missy, Tucker, and Tina. That's really nice. Yeah, because I do like to think that I do provide that mother energy at times. I try not to be too much of a mom to you, though. I don't feel like you need my mom energy as much as you need my love energy, my just supportive energy, whatever. And then Oz put Bernice into the room, so we're going to send all of that. Joey put Mary into the room. Joey is my sister, and so Mary is our mother. I'm also going to put, I guess I should probably post the comment. I'm going to put Dr. Kathleen, Dr. Marlene, and Dr. Marjorie. I'm speaking their name into the room right now to bring them present. Because, they still exist. Their energy is still all around us because we don't believe that you go somewhere else, but that you are still here. It's just that we can't see you because you're in a different dimension. And so I'm speaking their names into the room right now, even though they're deceased, and we'll speak to them again later. But really, this is for mothers who are alive at the moment, and it is for mothers who are here present. So Joey is a mother. She's a fur mommy and she's a human mommy. She has 3 boys, and let's see, let's count them up here. How many do you have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grandkids now. Wow. I'm a great aunt 5 times over. Amazing. And she put Gail's name into the room. So we're honoring Gail as well. I think we should put Steve's name into the room, Faith, don't you? Yeah, I do. 3 boy dogs. Yeah, she has 3 boy dogs now. Joey has had more dogs than I have. Lynn and I've been applying for a puppy. And I, realized we have trained 9 dogs. But my sister has trained has had more than that. At one point you had like 5 or 6 of them, huh? I know you do. That's funny. So anyway, you've had 9. Oh, so we had the same amount. I gave them far more information than they asked for. But, I want this dog. So I want them to know all about me, because I want them to be really, really sure that they are placing this dog in the right house. But anyway, after all of that, who else would like to be placed in here today so we can speak your name into the room? All right, I have a little reading. Let's see. My mother taught me. Where did it go? My goodness, I have way too many things open here. Must be that one. Aha, there we go. Oh, and I need glasses for this one. My mother taught me logic. If you fall off that swing and break your neck, you can't go to the store with me. My mother taught me medicine. If you don't stop crossing your eyes, they're going to stay that way. My mother taught me to think ahead. If you don't pass your spelling test, you'll never get a good job. My mother taught me ESP. Put your sweater on. Don't you think I know when you're cold? My mother taught me to meet a challenge. What were you thinking? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't talk back to me. Anybody ever have that? I mean, like we did. My mother taught me humor. When that lawnmower cuts off your toes, don't come running to me. My mother taught me how to become an adult. If you don't eat your vegetables, you'll never grow up. In our house, we used to eat a lot of vegetables and fruits because Dad would go to the trains and get vegetables and fruits and sell them on the street corner. My mother taught me about sex. How do you think you got here? My mother taught me about genetics. You are just like your father. My mother taught me about roots. Do you think you were born in a barn? My mother taught me about the wisdom of age. When you get to be my age, you will understand. I'm starting to understand a lot of things she used to say now that I'm getting up there. My mother taught me about anticipation. Just wait until your father gets home. We didn't have that. Our dad was the one that was like ultra forgiving and ultra like, oh yes, Aunt Jackie, definitely. We want Aunt Jackie in there. But Dad was the one, he never liked conflict. So he was always the more forgiving, more let it, slide. So, there was a time or two I can remember Dad saying, just wait till your mother gets home because she was the bigger threat. My mother taught me about receiving. You're going to get it when we get home. And my all-time favorite thing, justice. One day you'll have kids and I hope they turn out just like you. Then you'll see what it's like. Well, Mom, that's why I didn't have kids. It was that curse that you put on me. It's all your fault. Oh, goodness, because I was a challenge. I was a hard kid to deal with. My whole life I was hard. All right, so we are right now honoring all the mothers that are living at this moment. And we're going to start out with something from Irma Bombeck, When God Created Mothers. And she was an American humorist who had a newspaper column. And I just love this one that she authored. When the good Lord was creating mothers, he was into his 6th day of overtime when the angel appeared and said, "You're doing a lot of fiddling around on this one." And God said, "Have you read the specs on this order? She has to be completely washable, but not plastic, have 180 movable parts, all replaceable, run on black coffee and leftovers, have a lap that disappears when she stands up, a kiss that can cure anything from a broken leg to a disappointed love affair, and 6 pairs of hands." The angel shook her head and slowly and said, "6 pairs of hands? No way. It's not the hands that are causing me problems," God remarked. "It's the 3 pairs of eyes that mothers have to have." "That's on the standard model?" asked the angel. God nodded. "One pair that sees through closed doors when she asks, 'What are you kids doing in there?' when she already knows. Another here in the back of her head that sees what she shouldn't, but what she has to know. And of course, the ones here in front that can look at a child when he goofs up and say, 'I understand and I love you,' without so much as uttering a word." "God," said the angel, touching his sleeve gently, "get some rest tomorrow." "I can't," said God. "I'm so close to creating something so close to myself. Already I have one who heals herself when she's sick, can feed a family of 6 on 1 pound of hamburger, and can get a 9-year-old to stand under a shower." The angel circled the model of a mother very slowly. "It's too soft," she sighed. "But tough," said God excitedly. "You can imagine what this mother can do or endure. Can it think?" "Not only can it think, but it can reason and compromise," said the Creator. Finally, the angel bent over and ran her finger across the cheek. "There's a leak," she pronounced. "I told you that you were trying to put too much into this model." "It's not a leak," said the Lord. "It's a tear." "What's it for?" "It's for joy, sadness, disappointment, pain, loneliness, and pride." "You are a genius," said the angel. Somberly, God said, "I didn't put it there." That one gets me every time. All right. So right now, I would like to bless all of the mothers present here. We bless you for all of the contributions you have made to our life, for all the time you have nurtured us when you really wanted to kill us, for all of the times that you gave up something, sacrificed something for you so that you could have a better life, or so that you could be happier, or so that you could have whatever. We honor your sacrifices. We honor the fact that you gave birth to us and you cared for us and you loved us and you nurtured us. We honor your presence here today because we wouldn't be here without you. So bless you, all of you. And now Faith has a special song, Somebody's Hero.
She never pulled anybody from a burning building. She never rocked Central Park to a 500,000 fans screaming out her name. She never hit a shot to win the game. She never left a footprint on the moon. She never made a solo high air balloon ride around the world. But she's just your everyday average girl. She's somebody's hero, a hero to a baby with the skin of me. A little kiss is all she needs. The keeper of Jimmy Hopes, the voice that brings Snow White to life. Bedtime stories every night, and that smile lets you know that she's somebody's hero. She didn't get a check every week like a 9-to-5, but she's a waiter and a cook and a taxi driver for 20 years. They're at home, with till the day her girl was grown. Giving all her love to her was life's ambition. And now her baby's moving on and she'll be missing. But not today. Those tears of joy run down her face. She's somebody's hero, a hero to her daughter in her wedding dress. And gave her wings to leave the nest. It hurts to let her baby go. Down the aisle she walks right by. Look back into her mother's eyes, and that smile lets her know that she's somebody's hero. 30 years have flown right by. Her daughter's staring at all the photographs. And she wishes she could be like that. Oh, but she already is. She is somebody's hero, a hero to her mother in the rocking chair. She runs a crush through her hair. The envy at the nursing home. She drives by every afternoon. Feeds her mom with a spoon. That smile lets her know. When the smile lets her know. That she is somebody's hero.
Oh, I want to put Tina in here too so she can clap. There we go.
Yay! I'm too busy keeping my screen up.
I know, right? I got everything going on. I know. Thank you, Faith. That was awesome.
That was good.
Yeah, because our mothers are our heroes, whether they've gone into burning buildings or not, they are our heroes. So we always want to celebrate that. Okay. I want to put Cindy's name into the room here. Let me just type it in so you have it, Faith. Cindy has been a mom to a human. She's been a mom to several dogs and birds, and she now has a grandchild. But she provided nurturing energy for her mom, her sister, her grandmother. I've known her a long time. We were like 18 years old when we met, and I'm like late 60s. And she has provided that loving, nurturing energy to her mom and her aunt, who was mentally challenged and needed that. So I got to meet her aunt, but I also got to see the interactions, and I got to see how much love Cindy provided. So I'm speaking Cindy into the room. Would you please send her a rose, because she deserves it. All right. The next category is troubled relationships. And if you would like prayer for that, I suggest you post your mother's name into the room right now. I am not going to speak those names into the room, but our practitioners are going to take those names and pray on that relationship for you. And it doesn't matter whether that troubled relationship is a mom who has issues in her life. Maybe she's an alcoholic. Maybe, she's having some issues. Yes, I agree. And, or you just don't have a good relationship with her. Either way, if it's a relationship you would like healed, put your name and the mother's name. And if you would like, not sure who that is, but that's okay. I don't need to know. If it's just something like you would like your mother prayed on, right now is the time to put her name in there just by itself. So again, we're going to be working on that. Yeah, I agree. Okay. We're going to put those into the ministry of prayer this week. All of that. Okay. Can you do that, Faith, on the, yeah. Okay. And so, okay. I know who that is now. Okay. So Faith is going to send you a virtual pink rose for each one of those people. If you have multiples, you're going to have to send one to yourself, Faith. But, you know, we want to honor that because it is sometimes difficult to be a mom. We don't come with an instruction manual. So moms sometimes make mistakes, and sometimes they are doing the best that they can because that's how they were trained to do it. And we need to forgive that. And so one of the things that I like to do when we're working on these troubled relationships is to honor that we just want them. We really want for them grace and healing and love, right? And so that's what we work on when we are, definitely, absolutely. We want them to have such grace. And so we want to honor that here. The very first song of this section is going to be from Tina, and it's entitled Dear Ellie, which is one of Karen Drucker's. So here she is.
Dear Ellie, I want you to know that you're here in my heart. Wherever you go, though we're miles apart, and 10 years have gone by, I filled up a river with the tears that I've cried. Dear Ellie, what can I say? The love in my heart grows stronger each day. Do you know that I love you? Do you know that I care? Do you know that I'm dreaming of the day I'll be there to love you and hug you and be the one to show you the way? I long to kiss you and know you and share those little things that make up your day. Dear Ellie, I long to tuck you in bed, kiss you goodnight, caress your head. But now you're older, I hear you're almost all grown. I grieve for the child I wish I could have known. Dear Ellie, I send you this prayer that no matter what happens, I will always be there. You're in my heart, you're my soul. All of these years, I wanted you to know that I love you and miss you. Pray we'll be together again. I will be waiting and praying, and I'll greet you as a mother and a friend. Dear Eddie, I want you to know Dear Eddie, I want you to know Dear Eddie, I love you so. Dear Eddie, dear Ellie.
I debated whether I was
Thank
going to do the clapping at this one because it
But-
was such a sweet song and I'm going right into a meditation. But, you know, I like to honor you for being here and singing. So, yay. Thank you very
Thank
much.
We can do it really softly.
I know, right?
The golf clap.
Thank you, Tina. All right. So I would like you to pick a person, whether it's your mother or it's someone else that you have a troubled relationship with that provides mother energy or represents mother energy, I should say. Because we're going to do a little forgiveness meditation now. And so I'd like you to kind of close your eyes and just think of a person that you want to work with today. One of the benefits of the way we do our service is that we've had some major healings that have come out of it. And so I want to make sure that we touch on that. So close your eyes, figure out who you want to work with today. And now you probably have that person firmly in your head. I'd like you to take a nice big breath in from your belly. Hold it and release. Just notice that your body is responding to that breath by starting to relax. As we take in another deep breath from our belly, hold it and release. Notice now that your emotional body becomes calmer. And then let's take a nice big deep breath one more time. That cleansing breath, hold it and release. And notice now that you are in the right space to work on this healing. So I'd like you to imagine that you are sitting in a chair and facing you in another chair is this person that you have chosen to work with. And as you look at them, you notice that they are wide open and receptive. Maybe in the past they haven't been, but as you look at them now, their face, their posture, everything about them just looks open and receptive to what you have to say today. And so you know that you are safe and you know that this is a good time. You begin to share with them everything that you needed to say to them but couldn't for whatever reason. Perhaps you didn't want to hurt them. Perhaps you didn't want the relationship to be awkward. Perhaps you felt like you didn't have the right to say it. But right now, in this moment, in the mind of God, it is not only safe, but it is appropriate for you to share everything that's been on your mind and in your heart that you've been unable to express up until now. So I'm going to give you a few moments to just let it all out and notice that the person you're working with is just sitting there listening, not contradicting, not crossing their arms or legs, not covering their heart, not stooping over so they're not hearing. They're not doing anything to protect their heart. They're just listening to everything that you have to say with a loving look in their eye and an open heart. So take a few minutes and do that right now. Let it all out. Uncensored, unfiltered. Just lay it all out on the table. And knowing that this time is coming to a close with this person. Allow yourself to just wrap up your comments to them, knowing you can come back here anytime you want, because this is all done in the mind of God. The other person doesn't need to be present. You can do this in your living room, in your bedroom. You can do this wherever you want. You can just open the session back up and continue. And you can do it with another person if you wish later. So right now, just finish up your thoughts. And now imagine that this other person now says to you, and you know it's genuine, and you know it is absolutely true. I am so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I did the best I could with what I knew at the time, but I promise I will do better from here on out. Because now I know that I have hurt you. I am so sorry that my inability to care for you the way you needed has led to limitations for you. I accept the responsibility for that. And I apologize from the core of my being for everything that has happened between us. I love you. I respect you. I am proud of you. I care for you more than you will ever know. Allow yourself to just drink in all of that. Wide open, allowing it to come into you, into your awareness that you have now received the words you so longed to hear for so long. And now, heartfelt, I want you to take their hand and look into their eyes and say, I totally and completely forgive you. I know you did the best you could. And I no longer hold anything against you. I release all thoughts or beliefs or feelings that you let me down. I forgive you in entirety. And let yourself just feel how much lighter you feel right now. That you could be blown over with a feather at this point. Because all that stuff that you've held on to is now washed away. And you are a being of light, operating from a light body. And it feels so good. And so I'm going to let you take a moment to come back into the room, wiggle your fingers and your toes, take some deep breaths. Allow yourself to feel your body again. Become aware of what's going on in the room around you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and be totally present. I'm not going to do the I Forgive You song because I know they'll block us, so I'm not going to do that song. So if you have a chance, look up I Forgive You. I don't remember I'd have to look and see. I'll try to get that posted on the comments afterwards if you'd like to listen to it. It's a beautiful song, and I usually use it, but like I said, the last couple of times we've used it, they've blocked our Mother's Day. This is the first one that will actually be broadcast. I mean, later, like you saved. So we're not going to do that today. But I want you to leave with the idea that you have totally forgiven this person and you are good. All is well in your world. So the last group I want to honor are the deceased moms. And Faith will send you a white rose. So again, I'm going to speak into the room, Dr. Kathleen, Dr. Marlene, and Dr. Marjorie, Mary, and I also want to do my grandmothers. Yes, Joey says Mary, Bertha, which is also Joey's grandmother, and Rose, which is my biological grandmother from my father's side. Boubet, as we said. So I'm speaking their names into the room. Anybody else have a deceased mother or a deceased mother figure that they would like to add into the mix here? Give you a little minute. Shirley, yes. I remember your mom, Grandma Chavez. Shirley Koch was such a beautiful person. She really was. Little itty bitty thing, man. She was so tiny. Okay. Looks like we have Mary, Shirley, and Grandma Chavez, which I don't know what her first name is, but that'll work. I'm going to light this candle in honor of their memory right now.
Terry Lynn, too.
Terry Lynn, yes. Oh, did you put it on the private chat and I didn't see it? Yes. Let's invoke Terry Lynn. Okay, why is this not working? There we go. So we're going to do Terry Lynn first so I don't forget her. We're going to honor Terry Lynn, Mary, Shirley, and Grandma Chavez. So we bless these women who sacrificed for us, who nurtured us, who did the best that they could, and who have now left the planet, and we miss them. For Kathleen, for Marlene, and for Marjorie. I don't know if you can see the candle. I need to put it over here. Let's put it over here. I'm going to let that burn all day. And so in this moment, I am honoring them. Oh, and Nana Ponce. Okay, perfect. And so I'm going to read one more thing here, and then we are going to do a little bit of music. I know I'm running over, but it's such an important service. I really want to finish, if that's okay with everyone. Okay. This is the Mother's Day visit from the Olean Times-Herald in 1991, May 12th, 1991. It was a crisp blue sky and sunshine day, warm for the month of May, but hinting strongly at summer's promise. It flowed gently like the breeze that ruffled her hair. Sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. You meander, enjoying the brightness and the warmth of the sun. And as you walk along the old worn path to Mama's, you reflect on things past. You're grown now and can look back. She was always fussing at me. Sit up straight. Make sure your face is clean. And don't forget to wash behind your ears. Sit still and don't fidget. Don't be going out disappearing. Supper's almost ready. The words echo in your mind and in your heart. Mama always fussed, but then Mama always cared. Because she always loved. She always tried to show you by baking the best cookies and cakes after school. There was always a large slice of something and a glass of milk just to tide you over until we eat. Glad you were home, and the house wasn't so empty anymore. And how she hated those rips and tears and half-hanging buttons that had to be mended. Come here, she'd say playfully, grabbing your arm as you tried to fly by her without her seeing, and all the while searching for her noodle and thread. She had the eye of an eagle. Nothing escaped her vision, not a smile, not a tear. Like the time you broke her favorite vase and you were so afraid that you hid under your bed and she'd come looking for you. You were certain that it was the end of your little life and sobbed out what you'd done, and she just held you close. She held you in her arms and whispered in your hair, just as long as it's not you that's broken. She was always there for the good times and the bad, the heartaches and the joys, for the excellent and ordinary days of our lives. Always helping, holding, laughing with you, crying with you, tucking you in and kissing you goodnight until you thought you'd gotten too big. Always making sure you knew that she cared and you knew that she loved you. You'd asked her that once. I loved you from the moment I saw you, she said, and with a twinkle in her bright, beautiful eyes, you were the ugliest little child. And she'd laugh knowing that you would know that she didn't mean it. At least not the ugly part. You always knew that she loved you. Like when you went away for the first time and had called home because you were so homesick, she'd said, "Oh, it'll be all right. You'll be fine. You only have to call. We'll be right here for you." And they always were. And you'd said, "I'll work hard and make you proud of me." And she said, "I already am." And she was always. She believed in you even when you didn't. You can picture her now standing on the porch step, hands caught up in her apron to hide the flour from the fresh biscuits, yelling for your dad to come inside before everything was cold. Her voice trying to sound so harsh while her heart was happy and glad for the moment in time when she stood and watched you silently before she called out. All through the years, you had always meant to find somehow to tell her, to show her how much, very much she meant to you. Now, as you walk along, reflecting on the years gone by, you finger the red roses in your arm, knowing they will be her very first. Stopping, you place them on the ground before the cold granite stone and whisper, "Hi, Mama. Happy Mother's Day. I'm late as usual." And you can almost hear her say, "I love you always, in every way." Tina, this is up to you, sweetie. I know, right?
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take a single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leaves you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance, I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. If the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance, I hope you dance. 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 Yeah, I hope you dance. I pray you dance. I hope you dance. I'll do this.
Oh, did we give too fast?
Thank you. Huh?
Thank you,
No.
Tina.
I'm done.
I know every mother who has gone on probably wishes that for their kids. So I love that you do that song for us on Mother's Day. Thank you so much. And without
Oh,
Mother, I miss you.
You forgot to announce it. You popped yourself out.
I know, I meant to. Oh, I didn't. So they didn't hear my announcement. Oh, it's
No.
Mother, I miss you. Oh, Faith is gonna sing Mother, I miss you, which I know everybody here that's lost their mom feels. So this is for you.
Is it me? Or have I deceived myself? Thought I heard you call my name out in the pouring rain. I really thought that I saw your face. But after a second look, I saw I made a clear mistake. Mother, I miss you, and that's I just wish you were here with me, so we can laugh and talk again. Mother, I miss you, but I'll just kiss you and send it on the wind. 'Cause you know I plan to see you again. So much I wanted to show you, so much I wanted again. I thought our time would be much longer. I'm missing my best friend. Mother, I miss you, and I just wish you were here with me, so we can laugh and talk again. Mother, I miss you, but I'll just kiss you and send it on the wind. 'Cause you know, I know I'll see you again.
Thank you. Oh, thank you all for being here. We're going to leave this at Oz Praying Out. I want to invite you to be here next Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Also know Tina will be joining us again on Memorial Day weekend. So join us every Sunday, but be here for Tina on Memorial Day weekend. So I'm going to say goodbye. I love you. We love you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Love to all the moms.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. And now I'm going to leave you with Oz here.
And I know right here, right now, the expression of motherly love is the perfection of God showing forth through people. here, now, and everywhere. That love is in us and around us, in us as us. I give thanks for this energy, and I allow its force to move forth in the world. And I know that this is good and very good, and I let it be so, and so it is.